Okay, hello everyone and welcome to the second part of the visual programming. Let's stream and let's start by increasing the bitrate because my internet is good again. So let's hope I can put on the chat on my mobile phone so I can see the chat while streaming. Hang on, I should have prepared this ahead of time. But I need to already be streaming to click on the link, right? I wish you could like, how do you call it? Like make the stream private until I set it up and get the link and everything and then set it to public. So God, let's put the lowest quality here so it doesn't take away from my bandwidth. Let's also mute and let's try it out. Test. And I see the message here. Perfect. If I do this, I can easily see the live stream messages. Nice, but they go away after a while. So if I miss one and then check, then I will not see it. Well, that's not good. Can I like minimize the video or something? Well, this works. What if I do this? Oh, I guess this will work. I mean you can't see it, but the mobile is like bent over, but the text is like that anyway. Okay, doesn't matter, not important. Okay, let's check the audio. Okay, I can hear the music twice and I can hear myself. So that's good. So now let's go to Video Manager to get the link. No, that's the last thing. Okay, dashboard there. View channel. I think view channel. Yes, perfect. Okay, so let's share the link and let's get going. Stream CRPL 3. Let's spam the notification because like. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is my Christmas wish list. Never mind. By the way, I mean, I wanted to say don't buy me any of this, but you don't know my address anyway, so you couldn't send it to me even if you wanted to. No, honestly, don't buy me anything for Christmas. That would just be silly. Watch one of my videos instead. That would be better. Okay. So where did I leave off? Oh yes, with this. So I can either do something easy like add variables to the way it is working now, or properly fix like the moving and linking and creating and stuff. So I think I will start with moving the blocks around. So let's get started with. So first I will need a mouse detection thing, right? Right, but I will need to open the Visual Console first. The Notepad++. So I want to write function that is called something like let's say over here get click block. So when you click down, this will be called and it will either return the block that you just click, or it will return like -1, let's say. What if I use null here? What will it do? Does null equal null or release? Or let's just use -1. So it will not take any arguments because it can just read the mouse position itself, and it will return block or -1. So let's start by getting get mouse screen. Oh, come on. Clear. Okay, yeah, the whispering is broken again, so let's fix the whispering. Relocus, okay, good. So now get mouse screen pixel position into get click block mouse Y into get click block mouse X. Now I want the hang on, this is like the workbench, right? So I need a position relative to this point over here, question mark. No, the position here is negative, right? So I will need a position relative to the center here. So I will need to do something like game height, or how is it called? Screen height. Screen height 0.5 multiply and then subtract. Also, this might turn it into float, and I don't think it is useful. So let's do 2 divide instead, and do screen width 2 divide. So this will be chords relative to the center of the screen. So now I will need to go over all the blocks and see if these coordinates fall into the bounds of the box. Now different blocks can be differently sized, so I could either redo the check the size of the block based on the image, I mean on the type, and the position of the block is here, right? But I need like this corner here instead, so it will be difficult. So I will cache all the positions of the block in the block, and that will make detecting the click easier. So I will need 4 new parameters called block X, block Y, block width, and block height. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that means I need to increase this to 11, and I need to fill all these in. So let's get right to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and everything will of course be in pixel coordinates, just so we have a unified system. So X, Y, and width and height. Now for start, X and Y will be what exactly? I forgot. Oh yes, it is 6 by 4, right? Yeah, this is getting complicated. I'm thinking whether or not to wire the, how do you call it? Like if I just copy the 6 and 4 here and here, obviously in the correct units, and then I ever want to change it, I will need to change it here and here, and this will be in different units, right? So it will be pain in the ass to do it. So I think I will do a unified block width and block height somewhere. Screw it, let's just hardwire it. So width and height, well, this is in scale coordinates, so to get pixel coordinates I need to multiply it by 24. So 6 times 24 is 6 times 24, and for height it will be 4 times 24, right? And for the position it will be half of that, but negative, so multiply by -12 instead. And for -12, perfect. So now when you move the block, there is block move. See, now it's good that all the blocks start with block. So get block. Hang on, where was it? Get click block. Let's rename it. Let's leave it like that. Block move, yes. So I will need to set the X and Y positions, right? Because X and Y here is the center, I believe. The question is, will I even want to call this function? I mean, if I will be moving it with a mouse, I will be moving it relative. So I will read the position from X and Y, and then I will do that. I think it would be better if the coordinates passed into this were the bottom left coordinate. So let's put bottom left here and then do BC block, block with, no, just block W, hang on, block W, yes, get list element. So this is the wave, right? If I divide this by 2 and then I add the bottom left X coordinate to it, I get the X center coordinate. Now the X center will go into these two. So same with Y and height. So Y, height. Good. And then I use these two to set I can do it even here, right? So BC block, block X, I can just set it directly to this. And then set list element. So this will move the block around. Now if I compile now, this will move these blocks, like this will be the bottom left corner, so the block will now be here and this one will be here, but that's fine. Let's just see how it looks. And it doesn't work. Okay, something went wrong. But what? I mean, this get list element seems to be 0 for some reason. Oh, I set 1 create list starting size instead of 11 create list starting size. Okay, that might be a problem. Okay, here we go. And as I said, the blocks are like, whoa. Well, this is interesting. They are like moved around a little bit. Whoa, what the? Wait, is the stack leaking somewhere? I think the stack is leaking somewhere. Interesting that you can see that, but yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Because I don't clear the stack anywhere. So yeah, it's good for debugging that you can see the stack leaking. Oh, this is just self. Oh yeah, I copy pasted it to prepare something else. Okay, so just get rid of that. And the stack shouldn't be leaking anymore. So let's see. Good. Okay, let's push these blocks a little bit back. Like, I don't know, 50 points to the left. and here, let's just save. This can stay as it is, and then instead I will increase the background size because I'm lazy to 45 and 35. Oh, so good. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I will be able to move them around soon enough. So, no problem. You didn't see that. Anyhow, yeah, let's get rid of the notification here. So what now? I need to... Oh, this will actually go... Okay, hang on. Let's get rid of this for now. So this will actually go into the main loop here, the moving character. Yeah, and I don't want the delay here. So I need to see if get mouse button down, right? 0 is the left click. So if I just clicked left click, I need to see if a block is underneath the mouse button. So this current block here is for execution. So let's not do that. Let's do -1 into tracked block. So I do add get block, get clicked block into dragged block. Now, how do I want the dragging to work? Good question. I think I will save the position of the map. No, I need to save the last position of the mouse. And then on the next frame I will read the new position of the mouse and update that to the block. Yeah, I think that will work. So get mouse. Alright, this. Well, I can do this anyway. So get mouse. Pixel, no, screen pixel position into last drag Y into last drag X. Then if 0 get mouse button up, if you release the left mouse button, I just want to clear the drag block, and in the meantime wait, if I do this here, then you will stop dragging on the same frame you release the mouse button. I guess that's fine. So drag block -1 not equal if, and if. Hang on, I didn't implement this function, did I? Yeah, I completely didn't implement this. Oh right, I will need a list for all blocks. So create list into all blocks. Okay, then I will need to go into block create and register the block into the registry, and I also need to add the block here, because when I click I need to go over all the blocks. So append to list, so add block to all blocks. Okay, and when I destroy block I will need to remove it from the list. So I will need to find the index. So I need to do, wait, why is it all block and not all blocks? Okay, there we go, much better. So block destroy, I will need to do all blocks get list element 0 do loop, and then all blocks I get list element. Do I just do equal? I mean the reference should be the same as I said. That is what this canonical register is for. I mean it's not only for this, but it is only for this, that all the variables that point to a block should point to the same reference for the block. So I don't need to worry about anything and can just do equals here. Yeah, BC block equal if, and if, then I just do BC blocks I remove list element break. So I remove it from the list of all blocks. Cool. Well, yeah, good thing that I made this function. Even though it didn't do anything at the start, it proved quite useful. So next, let's continue to find block. Yeah, get click block. So now we can go over all blocks. Do I want to do the duplicate thing? Sure, why not? Duplicate get list count 0 do loop pop, and then duplicate e get list element into get yeah, let's do something fun. I mean, this is only called once. No, for each block when you click. Do I want to optimize this or not? Let's not, because this code is too complicated to be optimized. Now what I mean is it would be easier to make mistakes if I would optimize, and I don't want to risk it. So gauge CB block, and then I need to check for conditions, right? That this is greater. I also need to read the width by. Or I could subtract it from the x coordinate, then duplicate it and check that it's at least 0 and it's less than the width. Now that would be crazy. So let's just do it the easy way. So this block x get list element into GCBX. Right, then copy paste this a few times. So x, y, width, height. No, not like that. That would end badly. Width and height, right? And then I can do the check really easily. So I check that this is greater than this, greater than or equal, right? Also this needs to be less than or equal to this plus this, right? So this plus this alt, and this must be less than this. So now I copy paste it and just replace x with y, x with y, x with y, x with y, and with height, and then and if. This means the click is in the middle, and I can do what again? Oh yes, of course. I can do pop to get rid of this on the stack, and then I can do GCB block return, otherwise -1 return. Perfect. No, not when. So scripts compile and nothing happens because I didn't finish using this function. So there we go, drag block -1 equal if. Now here comes the grand finale, and that is the moving of the block. So get mouse screen pixel position will go into current y into current x, right? What next? Oh, I'm getting a little bit lost here, but I think I can make it. So what I need to do next is something completely crazy, so let's get going. I need to take the drag block. I need to get the x coordinate, so that would be... No, I need to get the position, right? Right. So what will be the position? It will be the x coordinate, so that would be block x, get list element, and then you add the difference from the mouse. So you add to it current x minus the last drag x, right? You add this to it, and now you have the x block position. Now this will just stay here on the stack for the time being. Now you do the same for y, so you get the xy position, and block move takes block and then x and y. Perfect. So I need to put the block on the stack first, then the position, and then I call add block move. Perfect. Absolutely nothing can go wrong. And finally, I save the current x into last drag x and the current y into last drag y. And also let's put this into a nice function which I just call from here. Handle movement, what about the drag block? Do I want to make this local to this function? Sure. So if the variable drag block, hang on, let's rename everything to hm. Drag block. If it's not defined, then you initialize it to -1. And extra points for reinventing the ones block again. But it's fine. HM drag. Okay, there we go. So this can then be renamed to HM last y. Okay, let's hope I don't mess this up. And this can be renamed to HM last x. This can then be renamed to HM current x. And this to HM current y. And now there's slightly less mess in the variable names. Perfect. Let's just make sure that the HM prefix isn't used anywhere else. It doesn't seem so perfect. So let's try it now. There is absolutely no way it will work on the first try. And long and behold, doesn't work on the first try. Okay, so it needs to be unpaused. Okay, so something is wrong. So let's see. Let's remove the high trace stack and handle movement. Okay, get credit blocks, duplicate trace. Let's see what the trace stack has to say. -1 everywhere. Okay. So something is wrong here. Okay, let's get these. Let's get these two. Maybe I messed this up somehow. So trace 2. Alright. -300. That looks okay. So what next could be it? Maybe the all blocks variable here is wrong. I mean, that could be it. Now it seems that it has plenty of blocks in it. So what else? Oh no, I want to destroy this. Okay, so these are like four checks, right? So let's see which one of them is true and which one is not. Right? Oh come on, what is it? Oh, so the Y check is not working. Okay, so the X check is. I mean, this is pretty annoying. Where is that coming from? Oh, this duplicate trace. Okay, get rid of that. So mouse X is greater than X and mouse X and with at less than. It goes XX and then Y. So let's see again. If I click this stack in the middle, X, Y, Y. Hang on, I mean this scrolling gets pretty annoying, so clear trace. Okay, now it will be easier to see. Okay, so I am clicking. Okay, so if I click here, then it goes like that. When I go down, nothing else. Oh! Okay, so the X check works well, right? As you can see. By the Y check is not so good. So wait, which one? It seems the first line is the stack, right? But the X check doesn't work. Oh. Okay. We got something going on here. I mean, the problem is obviously that the how do you call it? Again, I'm bad at explaining. Let's just fix. The size of the stack block isn't getting updated, but again, that is easily fixed. Anywho. Nothing is around here, right? Current Y, current Y. Last exception. I honestly don't know why it does only move on the diagonal. But if I move it like this, it goes that. If I move the mouse the diagonal left to right, it goes right to left. If I move this, it moves with the mouse. If I move the mouse like this, it does nothing. And if I move the mouse like this, it goes diagonal as well. That's completely crazy. So this goes diagonal. Oh, I think the left to right diagonal movement the left to right movement moves it diagonally, and the up to down movement is ignored? Question mark. So how could this be? Last Y, last X. Current Y, current X. Current X into last. Current Y into last Y. Current S out. Maybe it should be the other way around? No, this looks fine. Block move. I mean, what I said in block move. Right. Oh. Yeah, okay. Here we go. That's the problem right there. We compile all. Let's try again. Okay, well I can move the block around, so that's good. Oh, I can even move the other blocks. I mean, this is the text is clipping a little bit, but I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Players will just have to deal with it. Okay, so again, let's just fix the box for the big stack block. Create stack block. So set image color. Now let's just do BC stack block X and then multiply by -12, right? Oh, but when I move the block, no, when I move the block, it will be fine. Hang on. So 24 -12 set list on it. We just copy this 4 times, go X, Y, width and height, and for this let's do +24. So this 24 is for conversion, and this 24 is this 24 for the width. So do not confuse that. Okay, so let's go skip compile, and now I cannot move it, cannot, and I can move it. Perfect. So let's try the other edges. Good, and this one. Nice, perfect. And the corner, perfect. And this one. Okay, good. Nice, and this corner, I make it like so. Nice. So the click detection works nice. So now the goal is to display the links and even how do you call it? Redraw the links if you want. Well, how do you do that? Well, that's a good question. Well, the link. Well, you already have the. What do you call it? The next block, right? So I already have all the blocks here. Somewhere, right? All blocks. So to render the links, I can go over all blocks and what? And just draw a line from end of one block to the next. Okay, let's see how that will work. So init images. Okay, get click. Okay, let's start with some render methods. So render block links. Now this will be tricky to get rid of all the links. I could just remove images, but then the blocks would remove images as well. Maybe I would use a separate core for the link, so I can remove images in that core. Because there are two ways, right? Either the link images just stay where they are, and when I move one block, I only change the one link going to the block and the next one. Or option number 2, I like redraw everything when I change something with the links. I'm leaning towards method number 2 because it will be easier. So how do I do it again? Well, as I said, I would need an easy way to clear everything. So either make a list of all the links and go over them and destroy them, or I could create a new core for that. Now a new core, I would need to set the skin position and stuff that you cannot set from another core, so that would need a new script. So I think I will avoid that because I can avoid it here. So create list into link images. So what the render links will do? Where is it? Render block links. Like no argument. So it will go over duplicate get list count 0 do loop pop. So it will go over all the image links and it will destroy them. So self no, I guess duplicate I get list element. So this will be the name of the image. So then I do self and swap and then none, then set image. Perfect. So that destroys the old links. And create list into link images. Like this is this is wasting the C# beat, but who cares? Not hashtag not my problem. Anyway, I mean, if there would be an option to clear a list that would be really nice. But doing it manually, too much work. Anyhow, create new links. So, all blocks, get list count, 0 do loop pop, and duplicate all I get list element into render block links block. Now I need to check if this block has a next block, right? So block RBL next, no, block next, get list element into RBL next. Now if this is not equal to -1, because if the next block is not set, then there is nothing to do. I mean, the default is -1, right? Right? Hang on, I'm sorry. Let me check what the default is in block create, block destroy, or is the default 0 and I should call block get on it to see if the block get method will return -1 as well. I think that's the way it's supposed to be done. We block create and block create. Okay, do I set something to next? No, I don't. Recommand data and then text. Okay, let's set this just to be sure. And set it to what again? To -1, let's say. So block next and block alternative. Set it to -1, sure. Right? So block where was I? Render block links, yes. So if the next is not -1, but remember now that the next is the ID of the block, so I still need to call the thingy block get, right? Yeah, block get, and let's reuse the same variable because why not? So that it's more confusing. So here it is the ID and these three, and now it is the block. Easy. So what now? Now I need to draw the line. Now I know the bottom left of the block, and I need to know like the bottom middle for the start of the line, and I need to know the, hang on, so that you can see the top middle of the other block to know the end of the line. Now if I know these 2 points, I still need a lot more work to do to draw a line. So let's get to it. So for the first block it will be RLB block. I need the bottom middle of the first block, right? So let's start with block X, get list element. So that will be the X, that's fine. So that will go into RBL X1. Now for the Y1 it will be a little bit more, no hang on, the Y will be as easy as this. But for the X I need to add half of the width, right? So block width, get list element, add, but as I said only half. So multiply by -0.5. Now having this as float is fine, so no problem. So for the next block it will be similar. So x2 y2, except with the next block something different needs to be done, and that is I need the top center point. So this will make sure that it is the center point, but I still need to make it on top. So I need to add height to it, to the y coordinate, but not divided by half, to make sure it's on the top of the block. So now I have my 2 points. So it's time to create the line. Now the line needs to have unique names. Now when I get to branching, blocks can have both outgoing line, like 2 lines going out of them and 2 lines going into them. So I will need to make the ID from both the next and the block. So without much more rambling, So original block ID, get list element. So it will be named, for example, line, then the first ID, then dash. Let's hope dash is allowed in the image name. I know some image names are forbidden. For example, image name starting with a number. That's pretty unfortunate. At least I think it is. So then the next block, and that's it. So we have 4 strings. So concat 3 times. Concat, concat, concat into RBL name. Again, just to be sure, make sure that the RBL prefix isn't used anywhere else. It isn't. Perfect. So now I have the name of the image. So self RBL name. Now what image to use? Aha, image square. Now I have prepared this in advance. I mean, I used image square for other things. I mean, for the blocks as well, right? So this is not like some great review. Set image. Now what next? Let's set the scale next. No, that will be difficult. Let's set the color next. Let's use the color black. Set image color. Okay, I cannot escape this forever. Let's set the scale next. Okay, so for the X scale will be the length of the line, right? So it will be just distance between these 2 points. So self, the distance will be x1, y1 and x2, y2, right? So this will be the distance. Now if I do this, then the distance will be in pixels, but I need it in scale, so I need to divide by 24 to convert it for scale. Now for the Y scale, I need it to be like maybe 2 pixels wide. So let's try something like 0.25. Should be fine. Set image scale. Now for the position, it will be x will be average of the x coordinates, right? This will be this, add with this, and 0.2 divide. Now the y position will be the average of the y positions, right? So that will be set image. Set image what again? I forgot. Position, of course. My bad, sorry. Okay, set image position. I mean, this will be rewritten anyway, so doesn't matter too much. This is just an early version of the linking display. And finally, we want the rotation. So that will be just 8 on 2, and we need to make the y difference first, and we need the second point first as well, I believe. Right, so let's do it. So RBL y2, RBL y1, and I will not even attempt to explain this, but yeah, I mean, if you want an exercise in how to use 2D geometry, then drawing a line like this with just two endpoints, and you need to make a square of a particular size, position it properly and rotate it properly, that this is definitely a good exercise on how to use rotation, yes, how to use the 2D graphic system. Okay, here we go, this should work. So render block links, let's try. So handle movement, and I would like to re-render it only if some changes were made. Well, let's not worry about that. Let's just add to do re-render only if changes were made. Question mark. Okay, it will not be very efficient, but okay, let's see how it works. Okay, it doesn't work whatsoever. Okay, something is wrong. Let's see what is wrong. Render block links. Let's do render A trace. Render B trace. Now this reminds me of the debugger, and if I added the debugger to this, if I had one for CRPL, now that would be complete absolute madness, nowhere seen before. So let's not do that. Get list element at line 201. What? Oh, I didn't put duplicate here. Okay, my bad. Yeah, that was pretty much. Render A. Oh, it still says 250 and 15. Alright, I didn't put the Z coordinate. Now that's a good question. What should be the Z coordinate? Well, the blocks are at 0, right? So the line should be above the block, so let's go negative 0.05. Okay, let's see. Doesn't work. It gets bound by render A and B, but the lines are nowhere to be seen. Okay, so what's it going on? Oh. Maybe. This would be nice to do. Append to list. I mean, this should just create like a million of them, right? But it shouldn't get stuck. So why doesn't it work? Okay, let's print this. Also, let's do, hang on, where is it? Let's do 0 operate while pause. So I can pause the game and read the, oh no, I can go to edit mode. Instead of pausing the game, it's fine. So edit map, but 0. Did I put there trace instead of trace 4? It shouldn't be 0 anyway. Hang on, render blocks. There we go, trace, yeah, trace 4. So let's see. Unpause. Okay, there we go. So X, Y, X, Y. So the X is the same and Y is like a little bit different. Well, that's good, right? And what happens if I move this here? And you can see this one just changes pretty nicely, right? So why doesn't it render the line? So is the name wrong? I mean, is minus like forbidden in the name? I mean, it would be possible. So let's call it to like from this to this maybe. Oh, so it was just the okay, so it was just the line name, right? Oh god, the width too is too wide. Oh god. Oh no, what have I done? What have I done? Okay, like this. This is horrible. Oh, the anti-aliasing is pretty ugly. Well, I guess that's what the what's the not pixel perfect image is for, so that we don't get this horrible anti-aliasing thing going on, right? So I just need to go into block links, render block links, yes, and change the image to anti-alias. And then it will have a benefit and a disbenefit. Then you will see it. So the benefit is that the anti-aliasing is still bad. And the negative is like it starts to gain transparency here at the end. Because like since the image is only 64 pixels, then it like thinks it fades into transparency at the end. And the anti-aliasing is still just as bad. So it didn't even help at all. But hang on, what if I do something else? What if I go into Inkspace? And I create an anti-aliased line here. So here is what I think. Okay, first let's go properties and let's change the width to maybe what? Oh yes, pixels and 64 times 64. So what I'm thinking about is maybe have one square here and one here. And also let's have one background. So with fill and no stroke, with 0, 0, 64, 64. Move to background, and now with these two, again just no stroke, only fill. Okay, half transparent white, move to foreground. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's much better. And this one move to foreground. No fill, no stroke and fulfill. Fulfill. You will fulfill your destiny. Okay, x0, y. Okay, let's try something interesting. 16 width 64 and height 32. So this is half of the image, and that will be fully visible by. Meanwhile, this will be like only rest of the image like this, and this will be fully transparent. And then this should make the anti-aliasing a little bit better, but I'm not sure. So let's try that. Or I can even add like four layers of anti-aliasing instead. Hang on, how would that even work? Oh, like that, of course. So yeah, so let's add four layers instead, starting with 0, 0, 4, going into 64, 8. Now 4 here as well, and 4 here as well. And this one will have, I can set the sizes later. So this one will go into 0, 8. This one will go into 0, 12. This one will go into 0, 48. 0, 52. And 0, 60. Okay, not 60, 50. 56. Okay, so these two will go visibility only 64. These two will go visibility 128. and these two will go visibility 190. So this should create like nice anti-aliased line, and this is full black, right? And this is full white. Okay, let's try it out. Let's save it into visual programming. Oh, not script, new folder, images, and we will call it line A64. Save export page into the same folder, please. So documents, Keeper world edit, visual programming, images, and line insert but PNG and export. So let's go into custom images again. Let's try both pixel perfect and non pixel perfect to see the difference. So let's try the pixel perfect first, and let's see how better it is. So I will call it line AA, and it will be custom 1 pixel perfect. Now back to render block links, and where is the name? Here. So we will use line AA, and hopefully it will get rid of the anti-alias, or it will make it better. See? Much better. So only the ends are a little bit weird, but maybe I can fix the ends with a circle. Is it even worth it? Wow. This looks pretty wonky. Like okay, let's not worry about the ends too much. And I don't think I need to even try the non-pixel perfect version, because this one works pretty well, and the non-pixel perfect would only make this like half visible. So yeah. So next, let's make it possible to change the lines. So if I, let's say, right click on this, then I can drag the line. So the line should disappear from here and follow the mouse to indicate that I am rewiring this block. And if I then left click on this, then it binds it, and if I right click somewhere, then it cancels it. Oh god, that is going to be horrible, isn't it? Yes, it is. So let's get to it. First, let's get rid of the tracers here. Trace. The duplicate trace can go away from here as well. Clear tracer can go away, and trace for here can go away as well. So now this should be clear. Perfect. So as I said, when I right click on a block, I need to activate it into the dragging thing. So I will make a new function called handle rewiring, like this. So let's start the same, handle rewiring. So how will I call it? Active block, let's say. I mean, it has the prefix on it, so it's fine. Not if and if, and -1 into HR active block. Next, I need to check if 1 get mouse button down if, and if. So hang on, what is one? Is it the middle mouse button, or is it the one equals right mouse button? Okay, perfect. So if this is the case, then get click block will go into HR active block. Also, let's check that this prefix isn't used anywhere else. Perfect. Now, oh, but this is right. If I right click, I said that if I'm dragging the connection, like right click to select it, but right click to cancel them, right? So right. So if it already is selected, or rather if it isn't selected, then select it, and else -1 into HR active block. Okay, and on the other hand, 0 get mouse button down. If I left click and HR active block is not equal to -1, not equal, and then I will rewire the connection, right? So rewire the connection. Okay, let's see how that will work. So I forgot what I wanted to do again. I mean, this is getting close to a usable demo, so that's nice. I guess I will make a usable demo out of it as quickly as possible, just for fun, and to see the reaction. Oh, that would be so cool. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Let's continue. So, yeah, I wanted to say that like an animation, but I can do that later. For now, I need to check if I actually clicked on the block. So that would be get click block into HR target block. Now if HR target block is equal to -1, so you are dragging the connection and you left click in an empty space. I think that should deselect it as well. So -1 will go into active block once again. But if you actually hit something, then rewire the connection, and then you actually rewire the connection. So how to do that? Well, that's simple. Let's just get the original block, then get the block next, then get set list element 2, and then get the target block, HR target. Come on. Okay, there we go. And then block ID and get list element, and that's it? Question mark. Well, we will see soon enough how this will work out. Handle rewiring. Okay, let's see if it works. So I want to go from start to push 6. So I right click here and then I left click here. Nothing happened. Okay, so something is wrong here. So handle rewiring. So one gives get mouse button down. So here I will go. Active selected. Trace. Active unselected trace. And here I will go target selected and target unselected. So I know what is going on. So I left click to move it, that's fine. So I right click here, active selected. So let's right click somewhere else. Active unselected. So right click here, active selected. What? Active select. Left click nothing. Right click active select. How does right click into nowhere set active select? Oh. Right. Active select. Think. And then let's like do this, right? Trace to. Of course, like so. And the same here. Target select. That. Target answer. Oh, this is fine. Okay, so let's try again. So right click here says target selecting minus. Okay, that's good. Here target selecting, that's good. Now right click somewhere else, target unselected. Target selected, target unselected. Okay, now try right click here, target selecting, and left click here. Target selected, it connects to nothing. Oh, well, okay. Let's try this. Left click here, right click here. Target unselected. I think I messed up this condition. Of course, this should be not equal here. Yeah, that was a little bit of a fail. So let's try again. So from here to nowhere, nothing. But from here to there, bam. What? And then here again, what the? Alright, I should clear the active block regardless, right? Even if I make the connection, I want the active block to stop being active as well. So that was mine. Okay, so move this out of the way, connect this here. Oh, awesome. I'll say connect this here. And this here. Okay. Connect this here. Oh, no, now it's getting messy. This here. And this here. And this here. And this here. Okay. Maybe not the stack, because as I said, you should not be able to connect to the stack. But oh, this mess is getting messy. Okay, let's connect the stack to start to push to another push to another push, this to substack, and this to add. And add back to stack. Okay, I think I need a way to disconnect the connection, you know? So maybe if you right click and left click, it should disconnect the connection and leave the connection open. I think that's something that I am missing right now. So in order to do that, it should be here, right? You left click and you click nowhere. So this will be rewire the connection, so be like cancel the connection. and for this the set element will go to -1. Target unselect. Perfect. So now, like if I wire the stack to here by accident, I can right click and then left click and it's wired to itself. Oh my god. What have I done? Okay, right click, left click. Okay, now the connection is gone. Okay, so there is one problem in this. Can you tell what the problem is? I will give you a hint. Right? Can you tell what the problem is? Okay, this is a problem. Now, why is this a problem? Well, it really isn't, technically speaking. Like this is no big deal, because if the code goes this way, then it continues this way, and if the code goes this way, it continues this way. The problem with this is that like this is impossible to do in PRPL, right? You would need like a while loop that goes here and then some if else to switch the branches and whatnot. So if I do this, if I allow this, then it will be hard, or at least harder, to compile this code to a PRPL file, right? Because if I do this, it is very easy to compile this into 5, 6, add 7 subtract. Right? Even if I switch this 6 for this 7, so like so, and then from here to here, from here to here, and from here to here, right? I can still easily compile, or even let's add them first and subtract later. So like switch these two around, like this here and this here and this here. Like this can be easily compiled to the PRPL file. But if I do this, right, then there is an infinite loop here, and that would need a while cycle, but there is no while command here, so that would be rather difficult to compile that. Also, this would allow, like imagine there is if in this loop, and one branch of the if goes back, and the other branch of the if continues to the end of the program. Like that's usually how these languages work, right? But it would be implemented with just a loop and one if command. But you cannot do this in PRPL with just if command. It's impossible. You need a while command. So I think it would be bad as a tutorial, because the ultimate goal of this is for people to learn how to use PRPL, right? That is the end goal, at least for me. So it would teach them, like, I don't know, I don't want to call it bad practice, but something you can do with this that you couldn't do with PRPL. I mean CRPL. And I think that would be bad. So the question is, do I want to fix it, and do I want to fix it now? I think that I want to fix it, but maybe not now. Okay. Well, maybe I should fix the lines first, right? So maybe if the line goes from here to here, that's fine. But if it goes here, it should be like a band, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 5 segments, like so. And if it goes here, it should be bent into 3 segments, maybe. Would that be any good? So this line would go like this. This would go like so. I'm still not sure how I want the lines to work. Let's just leave the lines as they are. Now comes the funny part. Hang on, how long is this thing anyway? Like, I have no idea. Hang on, let me check. Okay, so hour and a half. So it's not that bad, right? So there is still time. What to do there? Maybe add the variables. I could add the variables. I could make it impossible to hook into the stack block. I could, what else could I do? Yeah, make it possible to change the value here. Those all of those seem very complicated. So what I do, what I will do instead is I will make a map out of this. Okay, that will be funny. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is the stepping. Oh, I will continue. I will need this. So let's bring this back. Oh, but I must not use the delay because I need to do this every time. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Okay, let's give, I don't know, 5 second head start. Or let's say 10 second head start, right? So delay will go away. So get timer 0 if and if, and then 60 set timer 0 here. Now what this will do is it will give me 10 seconds to organize the blocks, and then I can and then it will get executed. So hang on, let me show you if this will work. Okay, so let's change the 5 for the 6 here, and let's see what happens after 10 seconds. Oh, there is 4 on the stack already. Yeah, I think this is just leaking from elsewhere. Wait, did it? No, it already did wait, what? Something is wrong. Oh, this should be equal 0. Okay, my bad. So compile all. Yeah, okay, let's do something more interesting. Let's switch this 7 and this 5. Oh, like so. Okay, 7, 6, add, push 5, and then subtract. So as you can see, it is starting to do something, right? So hang on, this is getting interesting. Now what I want to do, I want to make like a puzzle. You are given blocks like add, subtract, maybe multiply, maybe some numbers. You are given the start block, and your goal is to make a certain number appear on the stack. So you need to correctly use the blocks together to make that number appear, and then you win the game. So it will be like a fun puzzle, and then everyone will understand how the stack works from it. Also, let's add the old stack display. So right now you see the subtract created the number 4, but you really don't see the previous stack. So I think that's unfortunate. So let's see, where is the create stack block here? So I think all of this can stay the same, but instead I will call it create stack block into stack block and create stack block into alt stack block. So the purpose of the alt stack block is when hang on, there should be function like render stack. That's stack type. Okay. So when this happens, oh, this is like completely crazy again. Okay, so when this is going on, the stack is already safe in the stack data. So here it is all ready to like. But since I'm completely lazy, I will just do this. No shame whatsoever. Maybe alt stack top and alt stack bottom. Okay, nothing to see here. And in the meantime, there is a thingy. Oh yeah. So save stack into the stack block. Okay, so whenever I am saving the stack into the stack block, before I override this with the EB stack, I save it to the old one first. So that will be alt stack block data setlist element, and into it I will do stack block data get list element. Perfect. So now the alt stack block should display the alt stack. So let's try it out. Compile all. It doesn't work. Oh, that's because I'm not calling this function, am I? Yep. Oh, like when I wrote this, I wasn't sure how this will turn out, but it's pretty okay. Okay, of course they would need like different colors and different positions, but that's fine. That can be changed later. So let's see if this works. So 5 here, 5, 6, add them together, push 7, and subtract. So you can see the previous stack there was 11 and 7, then subtract happened, and now there is just 4. So you can more easily see what is going on like this. Also the text size and sizes of everything is like way too big. So I will make it small. So in text bind there is somewhere like text size 2. Let's try 1. Oh, well, that's better. So all the blocks are now way too big, but that's fine. I mean, I could make them smaller, but too much work. Okay, so I will be right back, and then let's finish. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So let's start by making this smaller question mark. Yeah, sure. So I go to Visual Console, and this was what what I'm talking about. I will now create block. So block create. I will need to rewrite this both here and both here. Now, thankfully I did not pre-multiply this, so if I change this 6 to 4, I can just set 6 to 4 like so, and 4 to 2 maybe. Or if I half the text size, maybe I can half the block as well. Yeah, looks like it. So script compile. Wow, those blocks are now pretty small. So let's add one to it both. So let's go for 4 to 3 ratio. So 4 to 3. No, wait. 2, 3, 4 to 3. Yeah, let's like this is so bad. Yeah, let's see how that works. Okay. So now it's starting to look decent. So create stack block. So for the other stack, I just need to change the color, right? So I can like so this one is orange. So the old one will be like orange, but more reddish color. This is like too red. So how about this one? What about some blue color? Maybe I don't know. I'm not good with colors. Yeah, let's also call it previous stack because all stack people might not know what it means. With this, it's clear, right? Also, I need to start this one to start like here, maybe. This one can start here. I have no idea what this will look like on smaller monitors. So maybe I will make them smaller, the stacks. Yeah, I can see that. I would need to do it. So create stack block. Let's reduce the size in half as well. So it would be 12 to 10 only. So 12 to 10 and 12 to 10. Again, like on this monitor, it can be okay, but like on 720p, oh, now it's too long to fit there. What about previous just pref with a dot? Okay, and now set the position. So the previous stack will go into, the stack block will go into the bottom right. So the position for X will be like 100 and for Y like 300. Add block move. And for the old stack, the X position should be same. X position and Y position. Let's try 0. Let's see how that will work out. Okay, didn't work out too well. Oh, of course. This should be 0 and this should be negative 300. Compile all. Close. Okay, now we are getting somewhere. Okay, so maybe that there will be variables later and maybe some lists and stuff like that. But for now, let's move them further to the right. So maybe 250 for the x coordinate. Yeah, okay, cool. I mean, players can move them around if they want to. So next, I want, when I'm drawing the line, I need it to show to visually show it, so that it's clearer that the line is being drawn. For that, I need to remove the line as soon as I need to cancel the line as soon as I start drawing it, right? If I click on a block and it actually selected something, -1 not equal if, and this will get the commentary. Okay. Start drawing the line. Then I need to remove it. Oh, I also need to save what was in there for later, so hang on. So get list element, and I will save it into HR alt target maybe. Yeah, because this was the old target and this is the new target, right? So if the drawing fails, if I cancel it, then I need to undo the change and set it to the old target, like restore the old connection. Now instead, if I click here, then I don't need to do this because it's already cancelled, so that's fine. And instead I need to go into the draw lines thingy. Hang on, where is it? Oh, this will be horrible. So now close your eyes because you don't want to see this. Render block links. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. This will be bad. This will be really bad. So active block. Now first let's check if the variable is even defined, right? Because that's how that code works. And if its value is not 0. So we know that there is an active block and it is actually a block, right? So what we need to do now is draw it from the block to the mouse. So basically copy paste this mess, but render the block line. Okay, so it accepts name and expects x, y, 1, 2 variables to be set beforehand. So it will not accept the arguments on the stack. It will expect that the variables are already initialized. So this will go into here. And this will do this instead. Now this allows me to only make a mess out of this or rather this, right? No, this, right? And then like only this is copy pasted, it's not that bad. And get mouse screen pixel position into RBLY2 into RBLY1. Also, this can be here as well, sure. No, just thinking whether or not to add an extra space there, but meh. Okay, and for the name I will call it line preview. Preview, because why not? And then add render block line. So now it should work maybe? I don't know, let's try. Scripts compile. Okay, so if I draw the... Whoa! Well, okay, I mean it's... the line starts here, but that may be just a funny coincidence. No, it's not a funny coincidence. Okay, well done. Alright. That's because I need to do this, don't I? So script compile. Okay, so this line starts right, but the position is wrong. So I need to do the substack thingy. Where is it? This one. Except I need to save to this variable and this variable instead. So now it should work. Let's see. Okay, so right click, left click gets rid of it, and right click cancels it, right? Right click cancels, right click, left click gets rid, and right click, left click here connects. Okay, the only problem is if I click here, then it immediately starts dragging the block, and of course that this is running while this is still going on, and also like this looks bad. I'm going to add the circle there, or am I? I mean, I'm redoing this anyway, so I'm not going to bother. But yeah. So now what needs to happen is oh man, this is getting complicated. I just want to put some anime instead of all this work. It's too much work. Too much work. Okay, let's get rid of the trace map. So trace to trace, get rid of this trace, get rid of this trace. Okay, so this can all go away. And trace. Okay, that's it. Good. Okay, seems good. Okay, so what to do now? Now that's a good question. Also, does it connect to 1 pixel above the end of the thingy? It looks like it, right? It's 1 pixel above. Weird. You know, this looks like it's 1 pixel below. Well, doesn't really matter that much. Okay, anywho. Let's add an option for the player to step-by-step execute it as they like, right? So there should be a button like execute or step, and they click it and it steps to the next step, and then reset, that resets the stacks and move the active block back to start. So let's do that. Oh, this is getting boring already. Let's do something fun instead. Let's add a duplicate block, because those are always fun. So, where to add a duplicate? I need the execute block, right? This is this function will get completely crazy soon enough. So don't worry about it. So this is the implementation of the duplicate block, very easy. And now let's actually add it, right? So duplicate. Again, no argument, that's fine. Block create into duplicate. Then let's set the position at the end. Sure, why not? So duplicate minus the 100 and link it from add to duplicate. So now the duplicate block should be in and should work. Okay, great. So let's wait. Now I get to like slack off because I had to extra wait for this. Okay, let's watch it go. Because like first I duplicate and that's it. Oh, the stack is here and previous stack is on the bottom. Okay, that's wrong. I mean, I wanted the other way around. So let's switch these. So minus 300 here, 0 here. Because the progression is from top to bottom, right? So the old stack is at the top and the new stack is at the bottom. Okay, that looks better. So push 5. Oh, there's a 10-second wait so that I can change the command. Okay, push 5, push 6, add, push 7, subtract, duplicate. Okay, not bad. So what to do now? That's the question. I don't know. I'm pretty tired. So should I continue? Yes. Let's do the execute block. I mean the execute button, and that will be it for today. So I can make. Hang on, what does create start block do again? Create start block. That start now. How do I want the execute to work? This is getting tricky. Tricky. I mean, hang on, if I click on a block, it gets the block from the list. I'm just thinking again that I need to make sure that the blocks in the list are same as in the variable registry. But again, I can, like, once the code is done, I can fix the bug with loading and saving in a week later. Let's hope I don't have to worry about it now. Anywho. Yes, create start block. So what does that do exactly? Just a different color and set the name start. Okay, I can do that myself. So, create start block. So I want a new block called step. Value will of course be null, and then add create block into step block. The color will be What will be the color? That's a good question. Let's say yellow. Yellow is nice. Or green as well. Well, we already have green. What about the mix between green and yellow? Okay, let's do a mix between green and yellow. Wait, how? Oh, of course, that's how. So, step block, block image. Of course, I need to start with self. So yellow is like this, right? And half green, so 120. There is no way this can go wrong whatsoever. Or is there? No, green is this. So this is yellow. So I need only half red to make it half yellow, half green, right? So visibility full, so set image color. And when the position is being set, it needs to be on the complete left top. So let's move this step block like negative 500, 400 at block move. Now let's see how this will look. Completely crazy. Oh, come on. Oh, it's block create. Okay. Well, it has the wrong color, but nice try, I guess. Oh, get list element. Get list element. Okay, the color looks really. Okay, maybe make it more blue with, more yellow with just a hint of green. I don't know, I'm terrible with colors. Okay, that's a little bit better. But now the text isn't really well visible. Decisions. You know what, let's make it dark yellow. Everyone likes dark yellow, right? Best color in the world. Okay, so it's just brown. Okay, I don't have time to deal with the color. Oh, the button actually steps out of the menu. Huh. I like it. I think I will keep it. So only when you click this will this step, right? So the timer will go away. This will go away and this will go away. And this is the step, right? Wait, what did I do? Oh, this is the step. So this will only if 0 get mouse button down. If then I need to do something like get click the block. To click block, or I can just do outright this, right? Step block equal if and if. So let's try it out. So if I click step, wow, step step. Nice. So I need one button reset that will go back to start. So let's do that. Step. Reset. So this will be program control buttons. Reset. Well, I really hope there are no CRPL commands called step or reset, otherwise I'm screwed. Anyway, or I will add like to the block or something. It's okay. Anyway, as I was saying, color can stay the same question mark, or do I want different color? Let's make them all the same colors, so it's not confusing. It's definitely not an excuse because I'm bad with colors and design in general, like a graphical design. Anyhow, this will go into a reset block. Okay, this is getting completely insane. But it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. So this will be control buttons, and this will be like very program and what next? Good question. Oh, so if click blocks is equal to this, okay, so maybe I need to cache this. So save it into click block. Then click block step block equal if. And what if click block reset block equal if? So set stack, yes. In the meantime, I will need self current block to set color to blue, yeah. Then I need set the starting block as the current block. Then I need to set the color of the starting block to green again. Okay, we are starting to get somewhere. And I need to clear the stack completely. So that would be, where is like save stack or something. So I can just copy paste this. Oh, here is save stack. Okay, here we go. And set list element, create list for both the stack and the old stack. Reset both of them. So let's try it out. Okay, this just moved further to the left. So things aren't going so bad. Alright, that's because reset block. And I need less X, not more X. Okay, let's try again. The reset here is blue for some people. Okay, why is it blue? Oh, because of. Okay. Now it will work. Just wait and see. Okay. So now we are getting somewhere. So if I do step, nothing happens. God damn it, reset. Yeah, at least this works. Yeah, at least this works. Okay, so something is wrong. But all I did is I saved this in variable here in the meantime. What could possibly be the reason? Okay, let's just try it again, shall we? Maybe it will work this time. Wait, yeah, I can move it around. Cannot click it. God damn it. Okay. Come on. Doesn't work. Why? Let's see this. What the program has to say. Compile all. Okay, it looks like the step block. Looks fine. Reset, start. I am clicking the step block. Is something wrong with this? So duplicate to trace to and equal duplicate trace. Now I'm really curious. To see what is going on. Okay, equals 1. Ow! God damn it. Yeah. Okay. Calm down a little bit. There you go. Yeah, let's do the same here. Maybe it sets it and then it resets it immediately. But why would the reset activate? So I click on step and it activated both the step. So the step is equal to the reset. Oh no! Oh no 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 no. No. Please don't tell me that equal on list just doesn't check the size. Oh god. Ah, this will be horrible to fix. Or you know what it won't, because I might. So click blocks -1 equal if, and now I know it's not -1. So you know what I can do? I can just check the ID and if the game decides to completely troll me and say that two lists are equal just because they have the same size, then I have no idea how to respond. Okay. Block ID. Get list align. Okay, block ID, get list element and equal and compare the ID. Okay, there we go. So click block. Okay, there we go. So now it should work. I hope so. So step, reset. Step, reset. Then I can like change stuff around. Step. And what if? Take this and do that. Step. Ah, so fun. Hang on, how does the -40, -16, -18? It seems that the... Hang on, can we make Fibonacci? Can we make the Fibonacci sequence out of this? Hold on. I think we can. Right? I mean, how does Fibonacci work again? You have the top two numbers and you need to add them together to get another one. So if I have the top two numbers on stack, then I need to probably duplicate both of them. Because if I just add them, then I lose it, right? And if I duplicate one of them, there is no easy way to get to the bottom one. So duplicate both of them, add them together, so I got the top three numbers on stack. So the Fibonacci sequence will be building on the stack. Oh man, that is genius. That is genius. So I just need to duplicate and then duplicate to command. Hang on, I just whatever. I just add the duplicate to command and will not even bother linking it. Okay, hang on. Where is the execute command? Okay, duplicate to equal if, then I duplicate to. Okay, come on, give me that Fibonacci. Okay. Oh, it's push one. Okay, it's fine. It should work. Actually, it should be push 0, push 1, but okay, push 1, it's fine. So we push 1, then we duplicate 2. No, from push 1 to duplicate 2. From duplicate 2 to add, and from add back to duplicate 2 actually. And this will create the Fibonacci sequence. Hang on. I want to see it in action. So 1, 1 are the first two elements, right? So I duplicate 2 add, and 2 is the next element. So I duplicate 2 add, and 3 is the next element. Duplicate 2 add, 5 is the next element. Duplicate 2 add, 8 is next. 13 is next. 21 is next. Oh man, we got the Fibonacci sequence out of this? Oh, this is great. This is too great. Okay, the stack is getting a little bit crowded. So can I fix that? Probably not without using variables. So let's just click step and see how far we can get. We need to move a block here to see what the numbers are. Come on, let's get to a million. So we are at 48,000. Well, good thing is that it grows exponentially. Okay, we are at 1,346,269. It's a Fibonacci number. Hang on, let's see if I go on Wikipedia. Fibonacci sequence. If I can find that number in it. Hang on, where is some? Oh, where is the sequence? Encyclopedia of online sequences. Oh, hang on. No, this is. Come on, I wonder. Hang on, integer sequences online. Oh yeah, this is one. So let's start with 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. It should recognize this as Fibonacci, and we had hang on. What number did we have? 1,346,000. So let's see if this is 1,346,269. 206. Oh god, this is too good to be true. Okay, so next should be 2178 something. So if I do step reset, 21783306. Oh god, oh man. Oh, this is, as I said, this is too good to be true. Oh, maybe this will be the how do you call it? Oh, hang on, something is wrong. Oh no, nothing is wrong. Maybe this will be the challenge to fill the stack with the first. Okay, hang on, let's reset. Oh, it keeps the structure. So what if the challenge is to fill the stack with the first 10 Fibonacci? So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I guess that would work. Oh, this is getting like a little bit cramped. I think I can make the stack taller, right? I mean, that should be fine. So hang on, I need to go into this. So where is the stack? Oh, I can even start with 1, 2, because fine. I mean, this Fibonacci sequence should perhaps start with 0, 1, 1, 2, and so on. But this is fine. Perhaps it's less confusing. Anyhow. There's something. Oh, right. I wanted the stacks to create stack block. A little bit taller. So maybe 15 in tallness. Yeah, that works. Let's go out of the way. Let's make it 16 tall. Let's hope they will not overlap, and they overlap. So let's move the second one a little bit down. So that will be, where is the position again? Oh, here we go. So maybe minus 400 down instead. Okay, perfect. So, will I make the challenge relay to make the Fibonacci sequence? I mean, yeah, I guess. But how would that work? Because if I do just this, right? Okay, maybe add 1 to add. But I want like something you can start with. Or you know what? Let's just put 1 to add and duplicate to like next to each other and not link them together. And let's leave it up to the player to link them together. Okay, this is too good to be true. So add, push, subtract. Oh yeah, I want to keep the add block and duplicate block. When I am starting with these blocks, then I want push 5. Oh, it's named push 5 even, it pushes 1, okay, that's fine. So I just need to get rid of all these blocks, right? And I need to get rid of all the connections. And instead of moving them on the y-axis, let's put them next to each other. 2 and 2. And move them on the x-axis, so minus 300, minus 200, minus 150. Okay, I'm genuinely interested to see how this will look like. Okay, so I got push 1, push 2. If I do this step, I see 1 on the stack. Do this step, see 2 on the stack, maybe I can add them together. And I duplicate to like nothing much is happening, right? But if I try this, like so, then duplicate to add, then I go 1, 2, 3, and it starts being better, and then I go back there and step and bam. The Fibonacci sequence starts growing. Oh god. Okay, maybe the The goal should be simply put number 144 on the top of the stack. Oh, this is too good. This is too good. Okay, okay. I have to do this. I'm sorry. So terrain, change text, add message. Okay, let's use even a custom image. Okay, let's use the custom 7 slot light. Okay, set name KJX. So KJX images. Oh, I have. Is it in this one? Oh, I have no idea. Avatar 800? No. There should be somewhere should be 32 image. No, that is 32 by 32. I want my profile image, but 255 by 255 perhaps. I just cannot find it anywhere. Profile maybe? No, that's not it. Okay, let's make the image. Let's download it from somewhere. Discord maybe. Will it let me download it? On view profile. Would I view or user setting? This one, edit. Or it just lets me upload new one. Maybe I can search for it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so what if I do 250 big? Oh, come on. Oh, it would be too big anyway. So let's just make sure it's a rectangle. I mean, it's a square screen, and I can resize it later. So this is fine. We save. It will go into images. Okay, checks. And then I want to open Inkscape. Oh, it ran away. So images, date. Okay, so I want to resize it to 0025625. So I want to export drawing. KJX images, KJX 256 PNG. Perfect. So now I cancel and select again. KJX images. Oh, I didn't click it, of course. So one more time. Let's hope it works. See KJX images and KJX 256 open. Perfect. So I will do now opening text. Okay, let's roll all the way to my character, and let's add some explanation. You have a puzzle before you. Connect the blocks with right click. No, let's start with controls. Left click to move. No, hold left click. Left click to drag move drag move the blocks. Right click a block to select it, then left click another block to make a connection. Okay, maybe I need a more basic explanation. Welcome to a fun puzzle. Move and connect execution blocks to create a program. The goal is to put number 144 on top of the stack. Okay. How does it work? Each block okay, so this will be first, this will be second, right? Each block takes or puts values from to the top of the stack. It's already both. The constant, the push block. And play puts constant on top of the stack. Let's make a new one. The add block takes two numbers from the top of the stack. It consumes and it removes / consumes them and puts their sum on the stack as a result. On the stack instead. For example, 1, 2, 3 would turn into 1, 5. Now let's add another message for the duplicate to command. The duplicate tool oh, but I will probably have to fix the save problem, or I will add a message that you should not save and load the map. That you should just restart the mappings. instead. Oh god, but if I just save the map to finalize it and someone will load it, the problem will already be there. Okay, you will finally see the save and load error, and what does it do? It will be awesome. Well, no, not really. It will be horrible that I will have to fix it, but it will be fun. Duplicate the two. For example, 1, 2, 3 would turn into 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. You can see the stack both before and see the current stack on the right as well as oh, but people could just do like 1, 2 add, then 1 add, 1 add, 1 add, and get to 144 like that. So I should choose a higher number. So hang on. I think I can close and save for now. Okay, let's go a little bit higher than 144. Let's go at least 2000. Okay, 1597. Okay. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Opening. The goal is to put number 1597. The gate command. Step to execute the block. Run your program by clicking the tab button. You will see the changes on the stack as the blocks are executed. Click reset to return the to reset the program. Wow, no shit, Sherlock. Okay, let's add one little message. I know you don't need to use this. Okay. I hope you have a fun time. Remember The goal is to put 1592. To all this time. Well, I could say use the map name as a hint, but okay, good luck and have fun. Okay, there we go. So close, save. Okay, so we need to take the console. And where is the console again? Okay, there's something awake. And here there is something like count for victory. So let's override that to 1 so that it will block the player from winning. And then somewhere is there is the render stack, I believe. That stack tags. Not really. Let's save stack. Yeah, let's do it here. Check for victory. So duplicate. What was the number again? 1597 equal if, then self and if 0. Setting it attribute. Oh, I can't wait to test this out. This is going to be so much. Okay, so that's the victory condition, and now it's time. So hang on, edit map. Can I like find one? Okay, something is wrong. Oh, I just couldn't click OK because of the thing. Hang on, where did the map go? Okay, something is wrong. What does set team do? Nothing, I guess. Okay, let's hope that I... Save it. Oh, it just... What the... What happened? Okay, whatever, doesn't matter what the map on the background is. Anyhow, let me show you the problem, right? So I edit map, compile all, and you saw that it works, right? So let me show you again how you do it. So you do it like this: from start to push 1, from push 1 to push 2, then to duplicate, then to add, and from add to duplicate and start. Then you spam click start, and you get here. Now it will just win the game. So if I do recompile and edit map, just delete everything, then save, create finalized, yes. Okay, I hope I will be able to rename the game, because I really want to set the title and description. Oh, I get to read the stuff. Welcome to Fun Puzzle. Move and connect execution blocks to create a program. The goal is a good number. 1597 on top of this. How does it work? Each block takes or puts or both values from to the top of the stack. I need to spell check this. The push block simply puts a constant on top of. Okay, I definitely need to spell check it. The add block takes two numbers from the top of the stack. It removes which consumes them and puts their sum on the stack instead. For example, 1, 2, 3 would turn into 1, 5. The duplicate 2 block will duplicate the two topmost numbers on top of this. For example, 1, 2, 3 would turn into 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Control Alt left click to drag move the blocks. Right click a block to select it. Then left click another block to make a connection. Run your program by clicking the step button. You will see the changes on the stack as the blocks are executed. Click the reset button maybe to reset the program. But like I finally remember that the call is to put number 1597 on top of the blocks. Okay, so here we go. Are you ready? Not well. The villagers left. Okay, it just worked. Okay, but if I save and load, then it will surely start working. Hang on, don't tell me that it will just work. Ah, there we go. Doesn't work. Told you. Okay, but seriously now, what is this? What are you doing? Okay, I will just add the message that I think that after you finalize the map like how do you call it, recompiles itself, so the bug isn't visible. Also, I didn't win. Oh, that's because I'm awesome. You can, god damn it. Okay, how about what if I unpause? No! God damn it. There is a check that you cannot win if you unpause the. This is annoying. So annoying. Okay. I can fix this. So first, I'm not going to bother with fixing the save and bug. Just yet. I will go into visual programming and just say that no, what the no, okay, whatever, like there can be anything. The unit script, I just want this to be over. So let's spell check. Welcome to a fun puzzle move and connect execution blocks to create a program. The goal is to put number 1597 on top of it. How does it work? Each block takes or puts or both values from top of the stack. The push block simply puts a constant on top of the stack. The add to block takes two numbers from the top of the stack. It removes / consumes them and puts their sum on the stack instead. For example, 1, 2, 3 will turn into 1, 5. The duplicate 2 block will duplicate the two topmost numbers on the stack. For example, now I could save values. Yeah, let's just save values, because just people would think that it only duplicates numbers. So put them into 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Control Alt left click to drag move the block. Right click a block to select it, then left click another block to make a correction. Yeah, program by clicking the step button, you will see the changes on the stack as the blocks are executed. Click the reset button to reset the program. Also, you can save this map. because of a bug that I'm too lazy to fix, so please restart the map if needed. Sorry about that. Okay, so this can actually go into Control X into next message. Okay, no one will read this. Good luck, I remember that it was to put the number. Put the number. Close. So that's this fixed. Okay. Also, I need to do this. Hang on. Make sure the game is post to it. Well, save. You see, I saved and loaded again. Everything is completely broken, as I said. Compile all. Okay, now there we go. So I will need to change this a little bit. So first in awake, counts for victory will stay always 1. Oh no, this will not go here. Here it will go 1 into victory flag. So this will be initialized to 0, of course. And finally, somewhere in here, get game time frames to greater than equal if. Well, why not 2 and not 1? Well, just it. So victory flag if, and then too bad. Self constant. There is like a required to win. Counts for victory as 0. Attribute. So now it will hopefully work. Let's try it out. Compile all. Delete everything. Save. Create, finalize. Okay, menu, leave. So let's try it out. Visual programming. Okay. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, I don't think that's so. Good luck and have fun. Okay, let's do it then. Oh, the game is flowing already, so that should be nice. So start to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to duplicate to add, and add back to duplicate. Now just click start, and wow, nice. Okay, claim victory. Yes, as a submit score, sure, why not? Okay, let's see if it works even. Okay, there we go. It is still paused. So let's see if it works if when paused. Step. Okay, I put the number on stack, right? And then I need to unpause the game. There we go. Completion time 0 seconds. Oh man, this is too good. Too good to be true. Play victory. I mean, most people will play when unpaused, and I can just click upload apparently. I mean, where do I set the description? Wait, what? I mean, it will not upload immediately when I click this, right? I hope not. Oh, I can even set. Oh, I would almost. Okay, now visual. Okay, so let me see what's here. Name, description, visual programming. So I just want to create visual control, and there is one line that I need to uncomment, this one, and there we go. Compile all, save. There we go. Now let's reset everything, save again, and create finalized map. Okay, should work. Okay, post. Okay, next. Okay, so let's just make some realistic time. There we go. World complete. Oh man, this is great. Okay, this is such a meme map. Okay, upload. This is really great. Let's call it the Fibonacci. Is it spelled like this? Fibonacci. Yeah, like that. So the Fibonacci sequence. Description. Link execution blocks together to create the number 1539. It was, I believe. No, 1597. Oh, I in this fun puzzle. Okay. Link say link and loading is broken. Start. It gets funky. You need to unpass again in good luck and have fun. Hashtag CRPL. Hashtag tutorial. Hashtag no combat maybe. No combat. Hashtag puzzle. Or let's make a new hashtag. Visual programming. Or let's call it VS1. Let's make it like a campaign. Visual programming. Campaign. No, series. Series. First map of the of a new visual programming series. Link execution box to get there. To create the number 1597 in this fun puzzle map. Okay. Puzzle map. Running saving and loading is broken. Please restart the map if it gets funky. Also you can put like an F1. CRPL no comment. Puzzle visual programming. Well, let's see what happens. Worst case scenario, I'll just make another one. Okay, so that's it, I guess. Well, let's hang on. I see the webcam is pretty dark. Let me light up the light. Okay, colonial space. Okay, start with not needed. So newest. Wait, newest. Oh, I have do not played filter. Oh, it shows that I already played it. Oh well, details. Oh, that description is pretty long. Okay, let's share the map and see what happens. Hang on. Okay, let's first I guess end the stream, and then I'll share the map here and see the people's reactions. So I hope you enjoyed. It was definitely fun for me, and I'm looking forward to improving this. Maybe adding new commands, adding variables and so on, and even adding flow commands, which will be like complete. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.